Woo! I've got the style and profile.
This behind yo. Pull a Randy Moss, pull a Randy Moss, pull a Randy Moss. When the cop try to ticket you, pull a Randy Moss, pull a Randy Moss, pull a Randy Moss. When a fan gets an attitude, pull a Randy Moss, pull a Randy Moss, pull a Randy Moss. I make $7 million a year, everybody watch me score. Don't play unless I want, cause I'm number 84.
Who says I won't walk off the field again? Who says I won't? Because the realness hurts. The truth hurts. I keep it real.
10 from the Green Bay 34. Play clock down to 3. Dante gets off the play. Takes the snap. Rolls out to the right. Moss wide open. He burned out Harris. Touchdown!
And profile like never before. But to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be a little NBA and a little NCAA college basketball talk, and we're going to start off with the Los Angeles Lakers. RJ,
Yeah.
what's going to happen with the Lakers?
What's going to happen with the Lakers? I think that we're going to barely make the playoffs, and we're going to be. I don't want this to happen, but I think we're going out the first round.
Do you think it's going to be a sweep, or you guys going to make a?
I think we'll probably win one or two, but it's not. We're not going to be. I mean, there's just so many injuries. This whole season's been hard for a Laker fan like myself. I mean, Kobe Bryant don't have too many years left, you know, and I know he wants to get that last ring, and I want him to get that ring so badly, and this whole year's just been. If it wasn't communication issues, when I heard that Steve Nash was coming, I was so happy. And when I heard that D12 was coming, I was like, how did this happen? You know what I mean? It was like a dream at the time. In theory, I was like, it's going to be like Shaq and Kobe all over again. And it's been nothing close to Shaq and Kobe. For just starters, D12 will never be as good as Shaq. That's just the facts. And anyone here that listens to this says Dwight Howard's, you know, the best center of all time or something ridiculous like that, they're delusional. I think that D12's great. He probably is the best center in the league now, especially now that Andrew Bynum, you know, and his knees are injured. Because I always thought Andrew Bynum was neck and neck with Howard, you know, as close as anyone could get. And I mean, there's not that many great centers in the league, you know. So saying he's the number one center in the league is not that hard to say, and it's probably the truth, you know. Tyson Chandler's probably the only other guy that comes to mind for me. You know, and I think that the Lakers just had a rough start. They couldn't, you know, sync together as a team. And then all the injuries that came, Paul Gasol, Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant's been injured off and on all season. He is still dealing with an ankle injury. It's been reported that man, you know, he walks off the court, but he uses crutches to get in the bus. I mean, he's like, you realize how much pain he's probably in. He's probably taking crazy shots every day in the ankle because that ankle is not. It's not a minor sprain. That is a severe sprain. Anyone that's seen Kobe Bryant's ankle, any of the X-rays, that is something that anyone else, if that was not Kobe Bryant, anyone else would not be playing right now. They would just, you know, wipe their hands with it, and I guess hopefully next season. You know what I mean? But Kobe Bryant is. I mean, anyone can, you know, say they don't like the Lakers, and if you're a Celtics fan, that's what it is. But no one can say that Kobe Bryant's not one of the toughest basketball players of all time. That man will play with a broken wrist if he could. You know what I mean? If he can get that ball up in the air, he's playing. And I honestly, I mean, I hope the Lakers do better than that. But what I'm thinking right now is they will be out the first round. I pray and hope that's not the case, but it's just looking bad. I mean, we had a game with the Bucks. We had the last 2 or 3 games it just didn't look that good, you know. And D12's a lot of the problem, but when I say he's a lot of problem, he was a lot of the problem for the first half of the season. I think he's doing a lot better now. It seems like he's a lot more happy, he's smiling and stuff while he's playing, even though they're losing sometimes. But it's just, as good as they're doing now, which is, you know, not that great, but they're doing better compared to the first half of the season. They're doing fantastic, other than injuries. But as good as they could be doing, I just think that if they face it, because if they're 8th, they'll be facing the first seed, right? And I mean, if they'll be facing who's the first seed right now? Let me think.
It's gonna be OKC or San Antonio. Probably.
Yeah, I was thinking San Antonio. If they face San Antonio, there's no way they're getting past San Antonio. Yeah. It's just, I mean, it'd be all cool for me because I'm a Laker guy, but there is no way they're getting past San Antonio. especially with Kobe Bryant's injury. I mean, honestly, if he's playing with an injury like he is right now, that injury's not gonna really heal that much while he's still on that ankle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's something that's not going to go away by playoffs, is what I'm saying. And for that reason, without Kobe Bryant, the Lakers aren't going anywhere. And I mean, people can say that D12 is the face of the team in the future. D12 on the Lakers is going to be not much different than D12 on the Magic, especially when Steve Nash retires, Kobe's gone. I mean, D12 is going to have a lot more help than just him. If D12 is the face of the Lakers are not going to be a playoff championship team again for quite a long time.
Yeah, it's like every time it seems that they've got it together, some injury happens. Like Meta World Peace surgery out 6 weeks. Paul Gasol just comes back. Kobe gets hurt. Nash gets hurt.
Oh,
it's just it's one after another.
Oh, and another thing, it's funny as it sounds, they play so much better when there's only one big man out there because D'Antoni cannot coach these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was the biggest mistake to get D'Antoni.
I think if Phil Jackson was there, they would have had a way better season. But like I said, I'm a Phil Jackson guy, though, so take that with a grain of salt. But I just think that, I mean, when Pau Gasol was out, they were playing great. I mean, they weren't winning every game, but comparing to what's going on now, they were playing great.
Yeah, like I said in the podcast when we were talking with the Lakers, for the recipe for them to win, Kobe can't be the leading scorer.
Yeah,
he's got to fill up the stat sheet. He's got to be a near triple double every night.
Yeah, I mean, he has to. I mean, the thing is, Kobe. It always comes down to Kobe, and it's always either hit or miss. The last, if they're down by 5 or something, it's always the Kobe. There's no one else that they can rely on that team, though. It's the Los Angeles Kobe's. Let's be honest,
Yeah, that's the whole thing. He either trusts or he doesn't.
It shouldn't be like that though. It should not be one guy has to have. They have to have a great day. If they have an off day, their team loses, and that's not the way it should be. It should be a team. It shouldn't have to be one person. It's not Kobe's fault. It's not Kobe's fault that he's the only. Well, not the only, but the best player on the team. He's the only guy that they can rely on. They sure as heck can't rely on Meta World Peace. I mean, the idea that they throw the ball out to him in the arc is. I mean, Meta World Peace is not that great of a 3-point shooter. Let's be honest. I see him miss so many more than he makes, but Kobe still passes it out to him all the time. And I think that's one problem with the team is Meta World Peace. He's a great defender, but he can't shoot. He really can't shoot that well. Pau Gasol's a great power forward when he's healthy and when he's used right. But with this whole season, with the coaching of D'Antoni, Pau Gasol has been pretty much, he's not there. I mean, where's Pau Gasol, He hasn't done anything all season, really.
Yeah, with him being injured and everything.
I mean, heck, even Snowflake Blake, I mean, or Steve Blake, he had surgery this year. Didn't he have surgery on his stomach or something? I mean, everybody's been under the knife this season, it seems like. It's crazy. And then Dwight Howard's going to have surgery on that shoulder before next season and stuff. And he just got off of back surgery. The man still has numbness in his legs. I mean, the Lakers they're pretty much in the rebuilding stage right now. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The only thing keeping them in the playoff even contention is the fact that Kobe Bryant's there. Once Kobe Bryant's gone, the Lakers are not going to be the Lakers anymore. I hate the idea of that, but that's just the way it's looking.
Well, there's always free agents. There's Chris Paul next year if you don't resign Dwight, or if you just invest your money in Dwight Howard and Chris Paul, and hopefully LeBron comes there after he opts out.
Oh man, that'd be fantastic.
They said that
that's like the best case scenario for the Lakers.
Yeah, they said it's between Miami, Cleveland, and 1% of the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, if I think honestly, LeBron switching over to the Heat, I think LeBron's going nowhere. Usually, when a man wins or when a player wins a championship with a team, he usually goes out of his way to try to stay at that team. And
I think
especially because D Wade's not going anywhere. We know D Wade's staying. If D Wade's staying, LeBron's staying.
Yeah, it'd be a big mistake for him to leave.
Yeah,
I think Cleveland.
Especially if he went anywhere besides Cleveland. But I mean, on a fan standpoint, people would understand him going back to Cleveland. But if he goes to Lakers or something like that, he'd just be even more hated than he is now.
Yeah.
But no matter what, it's a mistake to go anywhere besides. He just needs to stay where he's at.
Yeah, it's going to be funny if he does go back to Cleveland and how many, oh, we always loved you, oh, we always loved you, oh, we didn't burn your jersey.
No, we didn't just burn tons of your jerseys and stuff. You know, just like Dwight Howard, you know, they open their arms wide open, like, oh, you know, give Dwight Howard a huge hug and bring him right back in. Even though, we didn't have, you know, we didn't take the H off your name and have Coward shirts, Dwight Coward shirts or nothing. Oh, no,
yeah.
Those jerseys never existed. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and then, the Lakers have been up in a couple games, and they've choked at the end.
They ran out of gas, man. The Lakers. The biggest problem with the Lakers, other than everything I mentioned, another problem they got is just they're an aging team, and
yeah, as soon as they signed Steve Nash, that was their biggest mistake.
Yeah, I mean he's getting paid too. He's getting paid good.
Oh yeah. Well, we got Brendan Jennings here in Milwaukee, and he's from Compton, California, and this is his last year in his contract, so he's not restricted. So anything that a team offers him, we can match it. But he's already talking about that he would try harder to play for an elite team. Like, you're in the middle of a playoff push. Who says that?
Yeah, I don't know.
And because he gets benched, because he scored 0 points going into the fourth quarter. What do you expect?
Yeah,
and he's calling out his team. He's saying, "Oh, there's no max deal guys here. There's no all stars here, so don't treat me any differently." Man, I hope he leaves, and I bet you he goes to LA.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd want him on LA, to be honest with you. I mean, so someone like that, I really wouldn't want on my team at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because he's going to whine there too. You know, what's he going to have in his contract? He has to have so many touches a game or something. Yeah, so many guaranteed minutes.
He's a player. That's all he is. He'll be a point guard one night, and then he'll have to be a shooting guard the next and shoot you out of the lead.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He's got to have like the guaranteed last few touches of the game. Like if you got to hit a buzzer beater, you got to give it straight to him. It's like part of his contract. It's ridiculous. I don't know why anyone would sign a contract to a certain player to have guaranteed things like that.
He's got the Hogan incentives.
I mean, the only way I would ever sign a contract, something like that, you have to like guarantee me like 70% of the time you'll make that guaranteed shot. If I got to guarantee you the ball, you got to guarantee you're going to do it. Otherwise, you don't get that guarantee. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going to happen with LA. They're going to be big players in free agency, I assume.
Yeah, Chris Paul would be a dream.
Yeah, but like if you're Chris Paul, why would you leave the Clippers when you already got you're right there?
I mean, he ain't really going to have to change much. I think he'll have probably the same locker and everything. So
yeah, if I was Chris Paul, I think I would re-up with Dunk City and just do it there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could. I mean, the Clippers are a good team. They really are, but I don't think they're at that same level as the Miami Heat, as the Spurs, as and not even OKC. I think they're like the Globetrotters of basketball.
Yeah,
they're all about things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a shame to see the streak end, but it was worse off that it was those crybaby Bulls.
Yeah.
I cannot. And then all of a sudden, the Chicago Bulls fans come out of the closets, come out of the ground. Oh, we're so much Bulls fans. I cannot stand it. If you're a Bulls fan, how can you even cheer for him? You got a crybaby superstar who is cleared to play, but yet he still won't play.
Oh, he's not mentally cleared, Nick. He's not mentally cleared.
You know what? I'm paying you millions of dollars. You better be mentally on that court.
No, he needs to be physically on the court.
Yeah, you better be on that court.
But he's not mentally ready, you know?
Well, you know what he needs to do? He needs to take the tampon out.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can not be mentally ready. I mean, the thing is, it's not like it's a week ago that he was cleared, you know? He's been cleared for like 2 months now.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson's just laughing probably.
Oh, can you imagine Peyton Manning? I mean, how many surgeries that man had, and he didn't have to get mentally cleared. You know why? Because Peyton Manning's one of the best football minds of all time. You know, like that man knew what he was ready to come back before the surgery was even done.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It just separates the weak from the strong. It really does. You think Michael Jordan would have to get mentally ready to come back? I don't think so.
It's sad, really. Your team's in the playoffs, and you don't want to help them. You don't want to.
And Derrick Rose, he he was and probably still is a great player. You know, it's just that he's just mentally. If he's mentally not prepared, that means he's just a mentally weak individual.
Exactly.
I mean, God, any of the real greats don't need to get mentally ready to come back. They're ready to come back. Shaq was always ready to come back. You know, Karl Malone would be ready to come back. The real greats of basketball don't need to get mentally in the zone to come back and help your team, especially when your team's doing good without you.
Yeah,
maybe he's just mentally not ready for it because maybe he feels like he won't be the star of the team anymore or something. I mean, when your team's doing this, I mean, the Bulls are already playoff contenders. They're one of the best defenses in the league. And they don't have Derrick Rose, you know. I mean, if they're doing that well without you, you should at least, come back and help your team.
Yeah, if I was his teammate, I'd be questioning him every time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is.
Where's your head at? Where's your loyalty? Is your loyalty because you have sponsors that you don't want to get hurt, so you don't lose your sponsorship, or what? That'd be my biggest question. You don't want to help us achieve all of our dreams in winning a championship? You don't want to do that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I just can't believe like I'm mad the streak's over, but it's bad and it's good in a way because it just makes Miami even hungrier and madder. LeBron played mad last night, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, the fouls they did on I don't want to really talk much about the Bulls game, but the fouls they did on LeBron were ridiculous.
Yeah,
and then, people were saying those aren't fouls. When you're pretty much hugging a guy so he can't James train you, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, all Kirk Heinrich did was grab him and throw him to the ground.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to injure him.
Yeah,
I mean let's just call it what it is. Let's just say what it is. They are trying to injure him. They're trying to get him out of the game.
Yeah, and then finally LeBron gets mad like I've been wanting him to.
Why would you want to make someone that? He's probably the strongest guy in the league. Why would you want to make him mad?
I just don't know.
I think he's. I mean, if there's anyone that's stronger than LeBron James, it's Dwight Howard. Other than that, there's no one that's stronger than LeBron James.
I would definitely agree with that.
So I mean that's ridiculous. I would not want a 6'8", brick wall mad at me, especially when he can just sit there and hit you with the sickest charge in the world.
Yeah, I love to see him get angry like that because teams, all they do is take cheap shot after cheap shot after cheap shot after him. Isaiah Thomas said before the New Orleans game that LeBron needs to start doing that more because people are taking advantage of him. If the refs aren't going to call it, then just do it.
Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Because once playoff basketball starts, you're gonna see that every single game. You're going to see him going after you like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though, and if you make LeBron mad, it's gonna be bad for whatever team he's facing.